Hey, my friends, welcome to the Dallas Daily Show. Happy 4th of July, happy Independence Day, happy birthday, America, coming at you from the Neighborhood Loan Studio here in St. Louis, Missouri. And today we're going to talk a little bit about that. We're going to talk about a teenage nation. Let's get into the conversation. A couple of years ago, I drove past a school, and they had a billboard out, and I loved the sign they had at the front of the school. It said, "We see your child as the person they are capable of becoming." That is one of those, and I think I might have actually talked about that on our billboard episode. Like we did a series of billboards early on here in the pod, and that billboard has always stuck out to me. We see your child as the person they are capable of becoming, that he or she is capable of becoming. I think that's a beautiful poetry. And today's the 4th of July here in the United States. It's Independence Day. It's when the War for Independence really started with when we were breaking away from the colonies and from England, and we had signed the Declaration of Independence, and we said, "We the people." And we declared our independence as a free nation, as these United States of America. And here we are, that was in 1776, and here we are some 250 years later. And it's really intriguing. We are still a young nation. We're still a teenage-aged nation compared to how old nations like Russia are, or Greece, or think about how old whether it wasn't known as Iraq back then, or India, how old India is as a nation, or Japan. I mean, we're some of the young bucks on the block. And I'm watching our nation right now, and I'm not going to proselytize. I'm not going to preach at you. It seems to be, we're kind of in our acne teenage years, and I know what it's like. Is I have a preteen right now, and I have a 15-year-old who's driving, which, by the way, next week we're doing all those episodes from the car because I've been driving around with him as he's been getting his permit hours. And so I've actually recorded episodes for you from the car, from the lessons I've learned from driver's ed and permit drivers. But I've got a 15-year-old, I got a 12-year-old, I got an 8-year-old, and I'm watching these boys become young men, and I'm watching them go through their awkward stages of, now one has braces, the other is starting to get acne, their hormones are raging, right? They're butting heads a lot, they're fighting with each other. Sometimes the screams that happen in our house are insane to me, and I'm like, can't you all just grow up a little bit? Oh, I'm sorry, I'm talking about my kids. I'm not talking about our nation. Oh, but wait, yes, I am. I'm watching our nation go through some growing pains. And I want you to know that I pray for people on the left and the right. I prayed for the previous administration. I pray for the current administration, whether it's a conservative or a liberal, a Democrat or a Republican or a Democrat. I don't actually care. What I care about is the character of the people of our nation. And even when my children are struggling and they're yelling at each other and they're screaming at each other and they're going through their awkward phase and they're going through their teenage years, I still love them because just like that billboard said, I see the person they are capable of becoming. And I would say I see the exact same thing for our country. I see the country we are capable of becoming. Now, we have some rules in our house. We have some ways that we act toward each other, that we love each other, regardless of the frustration of the moment, that we are working better to make the home that we live in an oasis of peace, that anyone who comes through our doors would feel the love we have for one another, that anyone that rests under our roof would see that oasis of peace and would feel as though we were sheltering, protecting them, guarding them, guiding them, helping to grow them. And again, this is not a political statement, but I see the people my children are capable of becoming, because also I'm aiming toward a future you, Dallas, a version of Dallas that I believe I'm capable of becoming. And if I can hope the best, believe the best, think the best for myself, if I can hope the best, think the best, believe the best, and work the best for my children, could we maybe do that for each other? Could we maybe just go, yeah, we're in an awkward phase, but we still love each other. We're still a nation, we the people. If these United States can stand together, then maybe I'm not going to agree with everything. Maybe at one point I'm going to want my toys back from you for a little bit, right? However, we're in this thing together, and I think that we need to be able to say, whether we're frustrated or not, we need to be able to say, happy birthday, America. Let's eat some freaking cake. Let's sit down at the table of brotherhood. I love that quote from MLK when he said, I have a dream that one day on the red hills of Georgia, sons of former slaves and sons of former slave owners will be able to sit down together at the table of brotherhood. Man, I think that's one of the most powerful quotes in the history of our nation. I have a dream that one day, and I know we're not celebrating MLK, but I think what we should be we should be celebrating the day, the voice of every visionary who thought to hope the best, believe the best, pray the best, and work the best for our country. So, happy birthday, America. Here's to 250 more years of brotherly love. Have a championship day, everybody.
Thanks for listening to my dad's podcast. For more tools, go to DallasDailyShow.com. Be sure to like, subscribe, and share. Thank you.